I see Jessica as my daughter, 100% she.
From cuddling lions, swimming with crocodiles, to adopting bears, here are some of the most incredible friendships between humans and animals you won't believe exist. Let's roll in to know more. By the way, I've noticed that most of you watching this haven't subscribed to the channel. So if you like the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. You can always change your mind later. With that said, let's begin our video with our first entry. A Cambodian 7-year-old boy has an odd best pal. Since he was born Kun Samang, he has spent time with his python, which currently weighs 252 pounds. They are the same age and have spent almost their whole lives together. Most parents would be frightened to see their child snuggled up with such a beast. But Samang's father from Kandal province is delighted for his son to be able to interact with the 6-meter-long snake. Kamran is the name of the snake, which means lucky in Khmer, and Samang spends his days with Kamran, embracing and trying to teach the snake some tricks. KODY ANTLE, real-life Tarzan. Meet KODY ANTLE, a real-life Tarzan who's gone viral on social media for his extraordinary affinity with wild creatures. The 29-year-old Instagram's account is full of footage of him wrestling Bengal tigers, monkeying around with chimps, and hanging out with Bubbles, the elephant at his family's Myrtle Beach Safari Park in South Carolina. His life is certainly unique, as he thinks that a tiger named Amba to be his sister, while he also has an actual sister, Tawny, who styles herself the Queen of the Jungle. JOAO de SOUZA and DINDIM the penguin. Meet the penguin who keeps coming back to the guy who saved his life. De SOUZA was a retired bricklayer who lived near Rio de Janeiro's Pravida Beach. He came upon a penguin drenched in oil and scarcely able to move. De SOUZA cleaned up the bird, fed it, nursed it back to health, and named the penguin DINDIM. The two formed an unexpected connection. Despite the fact that the penguin was released into the water with no hope of ever seeing it again, the penguin had other ideas. By the end of the day, it was back at the man's house, where it stayed until the following year, and even now keeps coming back every year to say hello to his savior. YORIKO, the world's coolest fish. Haruki Arakawa, a local diver, has been entrusted with the job of becoming an underwater guide to a shrine beneath Tatama Bay in Japan. YORIKO, an Asian sheep-shed wrassie, is one of the local marine animals that he has learned a lot about. They've been buddies for over a quarter century. The most unique aspect of their relationship is that Arakawa greets YORIKO with a kiss every time they meet. PEBBLES and Bam Bam. Although having 2 bears and a tiger as pets may not be for everyone, 62-year-old Grandma Bonnie Hart says she enjoys having the deadly animals in her yard. Despite the apparent dangers of harboring the animals, she only has a taser to use if they get out of hand. But she claims no one will be hurt unless they are stupid. Every day, the widow cuddles up to the bears and feeds them cookies, marshmallows, and ice cream. Bonnie's 2 bears, Pebbles and Bam Bam, who weigh over 600 pounds combined, have been with her since they were cubs. The Lion Whisperer. Kevin Richardson, also known as the Lion Whisperer, is known for getting dangerously close to some of the world's largest wild cats. Every fiber of our being tells us not to cozy up with animals as dangerous as lions, but it's clear that Richardson's lions aren't planning on eating him. They snuggle up to him like lazy house cats and even nap in a pile with him. This doesn't mean he's trying to domesticate them. It's as if they're lured him into their pride in some way, as if he were a strange, furless, human-shaped lion. Kevin Richardson's extraordinary bond with Africa's apex predators has opened numerous doors and captivated the imaginations of people all over the world. Andy and Maggie's Hercules. In 1974, Andy and Maggie acquired a bear cub and called him Hercules. Hercules was reared by the couple and lived with them. He grew up to be an 8-foot-tall, 500-pound gentle giant. He adored everyone, and well, everyone adored him. This well-known bear has traveled the globe, starred in a James Bond film. He remained with his owner for 26 years, and those 26 years were priceless for Andy and Maggie. Things were never the same after Hercules died in the year 2000 due to natural causes. Pocho, the crocodile. Pocho the crocodile was discovered injured from a gunshot wound by Costa Rican fisherman Gilberto Chico Shedden in 1991. Gilberto, on the other hand, nursed the croc back to health, feeding him and even sleeping with him during his recovery. Gilberto released Pocho to a river after he recovered his health. But the next morning, he discovered the crocodile had followed him home and was resting outside his balcony. He never left after that and became a member of Gilberto's family. Gilberto would play and swim with the colossal croc, and the two would perform in the water for tourists every Sunday until Pocho's death in 2011 due to natural causes. NAMAL, the orphan elephant. When this sad elephant was discovered in the forest of Salenda, he had a severe cut on his hind leg, which the doctors attempted to repair, but it was too late. The limb had to be amputated, and he now has a nice prosthetic leg. NAMAL had never been a sociable elephant, which is unusual for elephants. Salenda knew that if he went, NAMAL would be alone, so he decided to stay. NAMAL's injury prevented him from bonding with the other elephants in the herd because they like to run and swim a lot. Unfortunately, NAMAL is unable to do so. This gentle beast has had a difficult life and even gets scared when he sees a mongoose. Every day they bathe together in the cold waters, and he spends all of his time with the elephant. Christian the lion. In December 1969, Australians John Rendell and Anthony Burke saw lion cub Christian for sale in Harrods and decided to acquire him in order to give him a better life. They kept the 4-month-old cub, whom they named Christian, in their Chelsea flat, and he became a popular Kings Road fixture. They consented to have Christian flown to Kenya the next summer and released back into the wild with the help of wildlife conservationist George Adamson, whose tale is depicted in the film Born Free. Jessica the hippo. Jessica is a hippo with an amazing story of how she has touched the hearts of so many people. Tony and Shirley Jobert took her in and rehabilitated her after finding her very young and famished along the banks of the Blyde River in South Africa. Jessica has grown from strength to strength since her rescue in 2000, and she now interacts with wild hippos in the river, as well as the Jobert family and their dogs, never missing treat time. Snowflake. It was love at first sight, something that not everyone gets to experience. Kylie Brown and Snowflake the duck are two best friends who usually travel everywhere together. When Kylie's father brought home a duckling in a box in 2015, they first met. The duckling was bewildered and scared to come out. But as soon as Kylie withdrew her hand out to catch it, both fell in love with each other. The best part is when Kylie sings a lullaby to Snowflake.
In this delusion.
They are an inseparable couple who go sledding in the winter, have sleepovers, and dress up for Halloween to go trick-or-treating. Snowflake even waits for Kylie at the bus stop. Gabi's crows. Gabi Mann, an 8-year-old Seattle girl, gets a small, unique gift delivered to her house every now and again. She keeps everything she can because they're from a very special set of friends, the local crow population, who has been bringing her glittering trinkets as gifts since she was 4 years old in exchange for feeding them. Buttons, Lego parts, metal fragments, and even a heart-shaped bead are among the gifts. Gabi once received a piece of metal inscribed with the phrase, "Best." They may appear small, yet they are Gabi's most prized possession, and their unique friendship has gained popularity over the social media. Well, that's all guys for today. Thank you for watching the video, and if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.